Hi, I'm broadcasting live from Israel. This is the north of Israel. This is the holy city of Safed. So, according to Jewish tradition, Moshiach will first be revealed right here, the Messiah right here in this city. And based on, I'm not going to go through all the details, but based on all the information that I have, I believe this is going to occur literally probably this week. It does seem that Hezbollah and Israel are at a point where obviously, Hezbollah is a terrorist group. Those that stand with the terrorists, you should be ashamed of yourself. It's like people standing with Hitler. They're no different. In fact, they're even worse. They're sick animals. Nothing worse than Muslim Arab terrorists. The sadism, both of Arabs and the religious kind of permission to kill, license to kill from Islam. They see the West as nothing more like a hunter sees a deer. It's a target. They see it as a target. And this is what the religion teaches them, that if you are not a Muslim, you are an infidel. Now, it's not to say I believe most Muslims are good people. But there's no question about it that even according to conservative estimates, there's at least 50 million jihadists that believe completely in what I'm saying, to literally rape, torture, kill. That's what we see them do to each other, as long as they're not of the same persuasion. How much more so do they want to do it to us? The West is going to have a big wake-up call. And Israel is the one that is going to have to do this wake-up call. They're going to have to annihilate Lebanon. Ultimately, they have to get rid of, I think his name is Bashar Assad in Syria. The Arabs have their pride in demeaning other people. This is not a healthy thing. Again, I don't want to say all Arabs are bad, but certainly the Islamic Arab terrorists, this is their pride in how they can put someone else down. Healthy people want to get along. Unhealthy people need to step on someone to feel better. Ultimately, a boy that I teach in England, he told me he had a dream that he saw the Moshiach, the Messiah, on a mountain right here in this area in the Galilee, and he saw that Israel had gone into attack in Lebanon. This was a couple months ago, actually. And then the king, the Moshiach, had a crown on his head. He had a shofar. Great light came out of him, and all the Israeli soldiers took a look, and immediately that light, it just decimated the enemy. So there's going to be an infinite, amazing prophecy, but there are two things that we have to do now. The first is we have to basically be prepared. The Baal Shem Tov says that when Mashiach comes, he gives an example. It's like a person that a king, an infinite king, said, I'm going to make a meal. And everybody thought, oh, well, when we get the invitation, we'll get ready. But the ministers knew that he was infinite. He could do it in any moment. So they got ready. The moment this king decided to make the meal, it was ready. The ministers who were dressed, he says, sit down and eat. Everyone else, he says, stand and watch. When Mashiach comes, you come in, it's like heaven. You come in with the clothing that you're wearing now. And the Rebbe, the Mashiach of our generation, the Moses, certainly the leader of our generation, is telling us, get ready for this moment, because it will happen in a moment. Know the spiritual person that you wish to be, and be that person now, because that is the clothing you're going to wear for eternity. And the other thing is that we have an obligation to increase in our Torah, in our prayer, in our mitzvahs, charity, especially. The final message of the Rebbe is there are three categories to charity: 10%, 20%, and 30%. It's not 30% everything. Give everything you can to charity now. If this was a life and death, imagine the Jews before the Holocaust. If they could make a difference through giving everything, if they could change the cosmic reality through giving everything, trust me, they would give everything, save their life and save everybody else's life. This is the moment that we're in now, a moment of true courage that we have to take to spiritually do everything we can, serve God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might, and this will turn God's heart 100%, because hearts are reflections. As he sees our heart towards him 100%, his heart will be towards us 100%. Many times in Jewish history, we're challenged with bad challenges, and usually we failed to appreciate that this is also a spiritual message. As the Rambam says, if there is a time of a fast day, it's to realize nothing is random. Everything comes from God, and it's to wake us up and say we have to be God's people. This is what the world is waiting for. This is, in fact, even what the terrorists are waiting for. Everyone's waiting for a Jew to stand up and say, I am God's person. I follow a higher calling. I am not a person of the world. I don't bow to the world. I bow to the Lord God and his wishes for me. And of course, this applies to all humans. Let us hope that this happens in a peaceful way and in a way that we will be celebrating and dancing with the Rebbe Melech HaMashiach, with all the tzaddikim in the Beis HaMikdash.